was saying that he didn't need to see a lot of you in the preseason because your track record is established. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think different coaches approach preseason differently, and I think he's trying to experiment with a lot of guys. I know there's about 20 guys on the bench, so everybody can't play. And I think definitely if there's guys that he feels more comfortable with or knows kind of how he wants to use them, that maybe doesn't need to use the preseason as much for them. But it's just good for us to at least get out there a little bit.
Yeah, is it good for you to get out there and get some run in every night, sort of thing?
Yeah, and preseason is a grind. You go tour-a-days and stuff like that. So believe it or not, we already have 15 practices in about a week. So sometimes the games are really to see guys and see where you can play them.
Have you offered up the coaching staff any scouting tips or anything specifically that the Knicks do so far?
Everything I know, I've given them. No, it's crazy in the NBA. A guy can come from a team, but say Toronto, for instance, they already know all the stuff that New York runs, and there may be a question here or there, a call that they don't know, but there's not a lot of secrets when you play as many games as you do, and the calls are, kind of pretty well known.
How do you think it's going for you? Are you getting more comfortable with the teammates? Because it takes a little bit to get used to it.
Yeah, it always is a transition. I mean, nothing happens overnight, and the season is so long that you just try to always have that perspective. But honestly, I feel right at home here. I think the team is a group of guys that is good guys, and coach's offense is one that I'm familiar with. So, right now I definitely would say I feel very comfortable.
This team has been starved for three-point shooting for quite some time, which is what you do. Do you see an increased role in the season?
Yeah, I think I'm very clear about who I am as a player, and I think what my role can be on this team. Obviously, to spread the floor for DeMar and Rudy and just to give them space, I think is important, and to make shots, when I get them, and just always be aggressive. So, I think having guys like Rudy and DeMar will always make my job easier, and hopefully vice versa.